Not all tech guys, you know, grew up in the suburbs. Some of us grew up on the farm. Welcome back to Toss the Coins, your tech guy. Today we're not doing anything related to tech. We are working on my 1950s Ford 850. And the reason for that is because the yard needs mowed. It's a little tall. This old girl ain't exactly pretty and needs some help. I got this off Facebook Marketplace for 500 bucks, fixed it enough to run, and I've been pulling a finish mower with it ever since. Which it does fantastically well, up until the radiator develops two pinholes that spray in two different directions. And today we're gonna fix that. And that, and maybe that, and probably not that. Definitely not that. Maybe that. I don't know. We'll see. First step with getting this old girl started is to check and see if the battery actually maintained a charge, because as is tradition, it is the least expensive Walmart battery I could find at the time when I got this running. Again, $500 tractor. Didn't know if it was going to do anything. But let's see. Let's find neutral. Neutral. I'm going to do the wrong thing and stand in front of this tire. And here we go. Battery's good. All right, let's cut on the fuel and see what happens. All right, little choke and 500 bucks. Can't beat it. All right, guys, check it out, check it out, check it out. See that and hear that? That's the problem. This poor old radiator in this cheap tractor has just had it. Somebody tried sealing it with silicone at some point, and that obviously didn't work. But we're gonna put the new in it. That way, you know, Old Faithful goes away. You know, the cool part about these old tractors, everything's so easy to work on. Like this whole hood assembly, all this tin here, comes off in 6 bolts and just set to the side, and you can go to work on the whole thing. It's fantastic. Okay, so first things first. Yeah, that's not gonna work as usual. Okay, we'll pop this hose off, drain this coolant into a bucket, and see what we get from there. Fun times. Nope. Yep. Nope. New hose welded to old flange. Ah, woohoo! Release the shmoo. We did it! I want you guys to look at how many farmer fixes are in this radiator. I mean, there's like looks like it hit I don't know, a piece of angle iron. We got a soldered up bit there. We have our silicone seal here that we talked about. We've got various fixes inside this that you can't really see. But yeah, I think this was due. Just maybe. Here's a cool feature. I didn't know this. You see the slot here? It's actually designed so this can swing out. Now, I don't know if this is, you know, original or if this mark right here means somebody made that happen. But very convenient feature for getting this off without having to take, you know, everything apart. We like that. Guys, I found the real failure. Look at this. This is some stuff my dad would do. Somebody brazed this up at some point, and this joint just straight up failed. I mean, I had it flexing earlier. There we go. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what broke. Wow, this poor thing. I mean, you do what you do to keep going and get the crops in, so that's kind of impressive, but, you know, I haven't seen this since I was on the farm. Yes, one of these things is significantly better than the other. All right, I'm gonna swap this fan shroud over to here, and then it's just reassembly time. Like I said, old easy stuff is fantastic, love it. It's all designed to be fixed, which, you know, not everything is these days. All right, and just like that, we have some old stuff on some new stuff. I do want to point out one thing. When I originally got this tractor, somebody had put a 13 PSI radiator cap on this thing. That's not going to work for these old girls. The book calls for 4. This system isn't designed for high pressure, so don't be overloading these old girls now. This muffler is completely hooped. I had put some heat wrap on this sometime back to kind of nurse it along, but I think it's completely done. So I've got the clamp loose there and down here at the bottom where the exhaust matches up with the rear. This rear pipe's actually brand new, so we're going to leave it alone. We might take the heat wrap off it though. However, this downpipe and this muffler are both toast. So, got a couple new ones of those to go on here, and then we're going to test it. I'm going to test it without putting the tin back on first to make sure that it holds temperature and pressure and everything. And once we're done with that, shoot, she's ready to go back to work. Things have happened. I guess we're going to try to sketchily weld up some cast iron today. Wasn't exactly on my list of things to do, but the muffler doesn't quite fit. I was trying to tap it on, and yeah, 1950s cast iron, what you gonna do? So here we go. Let's take an exhaust manifold off and crappily weld it back together. All right, guys, now before you go welding on cast iron, even if you're welding crappily, it's very, very important you heat this bad boy up, because otherwise it'll just crack out again. Ideally, you braze these, but right now I don't have any brazing rods left over, so this is what we're gonna do. If it doesn't work, it's no big loss because it's already broke. Can't really break it much further. Toasty. See, it's good and hot. We're gonna give it a little bevel on the outside edge. If I had a drill battery, that would help. We're gonna give it a bevel on the outside edge, and that way we have something to weld into. I'm also gonna bevel this flange so that I can get in here and put a little weld around the outside edge, because I don't think a gasket's ever gonna go here again. That'll probably work. Probably got to clean it up a little bit. I'll bevel this other piece off camera, and then we'll bring it back in when we're ready to work. Okay. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to throw a quick tack weld in this and hold her in position, check all our alignments, make sure we're good. I've already got it really hot, as evidenced through my melting gloves. Here we go. And contact. Oh. Now, as anybody will tell you, I'm a terrible welder. But I think I'm good enough for this. Got this thing set for low heat, so I got to build up quite a weld pool to get this to stick. But I got it set for low heat for a reason. If I whop too much heat into this, it's just going to crack and break again. All right, one tack in. Let's look at our alignment. Alignment's not too bad, but we are going to have to rotate and secure the other side. See, it's a little weeble wobbly. I think I got mostly the bolt when I threw that tack in there. All right, here we go again. And 3, 2, 1. It's just not wanting to stick. Could have cleaned this better, I suppose. Okay, let's look at our alignments again. What do we got here? We got a slightly weeble wobbly tack weld, which I attribute to the fact that, yep, the bolt is what is welded. So we're gonna have to fill the chamfer with weld, knock it down with a brush, fill it again, knock it down, rinse, repeat until we got one solid piece. Here we go. Cross your fingers this doesn't snap. I'm glad you guys can't see this just yet until I clean it up, because I am going to cheat. Time for the ting-ting. pretty solid, if ugly is sin. All right, let's get a couple more capping passes and we'll swap the other side. You ready, kid? Mm-hmm. Well, you know what they say, grinder and paint, make me the welder I ain't. Here we go. That side's going much better. Wow, that's actually pretty. Huh. Well, you know, maybe I can pull this off after all. All right. Let's commence the butchery. Ready? Oh yeah, that's nice. That's real nice, actually. Huh. Why couldn't I have done this before? Yeah, comment down below if you think I suck at welding. The answer is yes. It's pretty bad, but it's attached, and that's the main thing. Okay guys, even though this has turned into something of a Greek tragedy, this tool right here from Lyle for taking off and installing studs is fantastic. If you guys don't have one, go get one, because you want to talk about easy. I mean, I'm just barely turning this thing with my hand and that gear is not moving and it just lets go. Slide it off, install stud. Fantastic. All right, I decided to kick this in the head, put the old one back on for right now. The new setup over here, the dimensions are off on the bends and the diameter of the muffler is wrong. So reliable aftermarket parts, less than reliable today. This will work for right now. I'll get a new one later. I mean, it's been patched by the kid with her root beer can, so that should solve the exhaust leak right there. Yeah, very nice. All right, heat cycle time. We'll see what it's got. Anybody watching this later should know that my daughter took the tractor key and didn't put it back in the ignition. And I need it back. Yeah. Sneak over by the boxes. There it goes. All right. Good deal. All right. Ready? Contact. Oh, no. Oh, no. We need a jump pack. All right, with jump pack, take two. There's definitely an exhaust leak, but I think it's the old muffler. Okay, it's gonna take a second to come up the temperature, so we're gonna stand here and listen to the sound of my people for a few minutes and see if that radiator works. The gauge hasn't moved yet, so that's already an improvement. She's been idling along for a little bit now, and temperature gauge still isn't even into the hot range, and I've got the implement running off the PTO right now, so that should have hotted it up a little bit, but as you can see, temp gauge pretty good. All right, I ran it just as hard as I could, and when I shut it down, that's the gauge, so right in operating range, and we ran out of the fuel we put in it, so I'm gonna put the tin back on and put her to work. Okay, with all that done, I'm gonna go see if this thing will mow, and I'm gonna come back and pick up my tools. Everything I did today, you can do at home. This isn't rocket surgery. Anybody can do this. But you know, $500 marketplace, can't beat it. Yes, it's working. Okay, there you have it. I mean, for all its faults, and there are many, pretty reasonable, especially for $500 and mowing the yard. So I'm gonna clean up my tools and put on some headphones and try to enjoy the afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. Always remember, kindness is free. tech is awesome, and everything I did today you can do at home. I mean, I farmer fixed the crap out of this, and I'm gonna have to get a new manifold at some point because the weld and the cast iron have different expansion and contraction rates. Yeah, all the things. But you know, it is an tractor for $500. See you in the next one.